Fallen Equestria Brotherhood by Knuckle Wolf, Chapter 15. Onward. The sky was dark, and thunder cried silently in the distance in the early morning. None of this bothered Neo as he sat there on a rock, forelegs folded, looking blankly into the hills and far-off mountains. Adam, who was 5 feet away from them, had just finished packing their things once more, but he too said nothing, and felt equally as sad as his older brother. He turned to his brother to tell him he was done packing their things. Before he could speak, he felt the words die down and just went back to their things. The bunker and outside was quiet and calm. Only the sound of wind and dead shrubs blowing in the breeze could be heard. Allie sat with Lavender in her lap, as she had stayed awake the whole night after what had happened. Inside, she was scared and unaware of what she was going to do now. After all, her life, home, and family were all gone now. Allie had the coalition outpost on the short-range radio the professor had in his lab. Neither Adam or Neo wanted to call it that now. It was a grave now. A grave for all those the professor had killed and his family. They had dug a small grave next to the bunker for Lou, and Neo even carved her name and information into the one plank he decided to use her for her tombstone. Adam sighed and turned to his brother, who stared endlessly into the wide-open world. "Brother, Lucy could be here soon. Columbus had said they came to call check on us. I managed to pack our things, too." But his brother didn't respond. Adam decided it was best to leave him be. He didn't feel any different about what had happened. After all, he shot the professor, and killing a pony for the first time in his life was... He didn't like to think about it. Allie looked down into the distance and saw a small yellow speck traveling through the sky. Lavender got up from her lap and watched the Pegasus get closer to the bunker. Even Neo had noticed her approaching them and got up while having the same mournful feeling inside him. Lucy came in slow, pulling back on herself, and seeing her cart landed roughly on the dirt ground. She came up to them and pulled the wagon up to the side of the bunker. With one quick motion, she removed the harness and tried it over to the four mournful souls. First, she gave them her old, quirky smile as she always gave them. But upon looking more carefully into her smile, slowly faded, she felt something was wrong. "Sorry for being late. Weather's kind of bad, so it took me a bit longer than usual to get here." "I don't care," Neo said negatively while grabbing his bags, going back to the rock he was on earlier. She raised an eyebrow at him. "What's wrong with Mr. Happy Pants over there?" Adam shook his head at her. "Sorry, Lucy. Now's not a good time." She looked around at the rest of the group as something was missing. "Where's the other one? You know, smaller? Lou's her name, right? Thought she was here too." The rest of the group gave her a sad look. "She's not here with us anymore," Allie stated grimly. Lucy blinked at her and respectfully took her fedora and put it to her chest. "I see. So that's why Neo's the way he is." Adam nodded at her. "I'd rather not talk about it. Too much has happened too fast." Lucy rubbed the back of her neck nervously, as wasn't normal to see her do. "Well, the news ain't gonna get much better." Neo turned his head slightly towards the rest of them, to hear a little better on what Lucy was going to say. She put her hat back on and went through one of the buttoned-up pockets on her duster. She pulled out a small folded letter that looked worn and old. "I was making some scrap runs in Mainton when that one pony named Cat came over and gave me this. She looked like shit and told me I should give this to you. Bring you back." They all opened the letter in surprise at what she had said. "Give me that!" Allie yelled in slight panic, taking the letter from Lucy. Her eyes skimmed forward, backing quickly as she read over the letter. As she read, her expression became more and more scared. "Oh, dear sweet Celestia," she whimpered sadly. Neo got up as she read to herself and came over to see what the matter was. He peeked at the note next to her and looked it over. "To Allie. Sorry I haven't been... Well, I tried to write you and all. But just getting this alone to reach you was a miracle on its own. But anyway, things have gotten bad out here. I mean, really bad. About 3 days ago, a raider group attacked the town. Some of them managed to get through the wall. One of them had an RPG and took out one of the main supports of the building Newt and I were in. It took me a while, but I got out. Newt pretty much untouched. I can't say the same about myself. Like, got messed up pretty bad, while Doug through the rankings to save Newt. Still can't feel it. Doc says I might not be able to use it again after that. That's not all. Like I said before, things are rough right now, and I can't take care of Newt alone. So, Allie, if you're reading this, and that guardian that took you needs to bring you back, because I need you now more than ever. Neo stomped himself to the ground, ground finally, turned away from the group, gritting his teeth. First slew, and now you have to go too. Why? What did I do? Allie lowered her head in thought, and Adam took Lavender by the shoulder. This wasn't good for any of them, especially her. Not my call, sweetheart. She looked pretty banged up back in Mayton. Allie didn't answer, but instead continued to think of the different outcomes depending on her answer. But what about Al Lavender? If Allie goes, who knows when we'll see her again? Al said, trying to confront Lavender, who stood there almost on the verge of tears. Lucy put her huff to her face in frustration. Listen, Adam, not my choice. Cat needs her back. I'm just following yours she gave me. Alan looked at Lavender, looked confused and sad. What about Lavender? If she comes with us, it might be dangerous. And we don't want to lose her too. Lucy and Al continued to talk back and forth about what could happen, what wouldn't, how everything would turn up. Inside, Allie's mind, as though she thought about how life in Mayton could be for her. She and Cat had to mean to provide for another soul. Plus, Newt would have another friend to play with back home. But Neo and Al would be on their own, left out alone in the vast world. She lifted her head up and interrupted the two in their conversation. I made up my mind, she stated clearly. They both stopped at her and looked at her eagerly. And? Allie sighed heavily. I'll go back, and Lavender will come with me. Neo turned sharply to her with a puzzled look. What? She turned to look at Neo, with a serious aura looming over her. I'll take Lavender and go home. Cat needs me, and Lavender will be safe in Mayton. But I thought... Neo was confused. The very idea of her leaving him was speechless. Allie, you can't go. I thought you were going to help us, Adam said sadly. Lavender just softly to herself as she left herself to Adam's foreleg. It's all right, Allie. Besides, I'll just cause more trouble. I think it's probably best if I stay here and die. That way I can see Lou and Mom again. Adam hugged her gently. Don't think like that. Will Lou want you to do that? He's right, Lavender. You should listen to him. But what will I do? How can I move on? Just yesterday I was down in the bunker making breakfast with my sister. And now, everything. It's all gone. Allie came up to her, tried to give her a smile. I'm sure you could help somehow. After all, with me taking care of everybody, it'd be hard on my own. But what if I... Allie put a hook to her mouth. You'll be fine. Us living with us ain't so bad. Lavender sat there, thinking for a moment. As he thought, she clung to Adam's foreleg. She sighed and let go of Adam. I'll go. For Lou. Allie smiled and ruffled her mane a bit, trying to act more happy than she really was. That's the spirit. Now let's get your things. We won't be coming back here for a long time. She nodded plainly and went out to get what little she had in the bunker. Neil came up and looked at her in the eyes. So, this is goodbye then? Yeah, I guess it is. Cat needs you. Adam and I still have a task we need to complete. That's the promise we made, and we intend on keeping it. I hope you'll find your mom, Neo. Neo, with a little willpower, managed to muster a small smile. Yeah, me too. Maybe we'll get to see each other again. You know, like we talked about in the sewer. Allie chuckled softly. Not the best place to ask me out. Neo rubbed the back of his head nervously. I just hope everything works out in the end, and before Neo could finish, she hopped out and gave him a large emotional hug. I'll really miss you. And Adam. Neo put his spell foreleg around her. I will too. Lucy rolls her eyes out. Jeez, when did you two get so close? If you need me, I'll be waiting by the cart, Allie. Oh, and see you, Adam. Neo nodded at her before Allie let go of him. Allie turned to the bunker and looked at Neo gently. I'll go help Lavender pack. Just stay safe out there, okay? We will. You promise me? I promise. Adam got his saddlebag set. It said his pip-up mark just take to the arc cannon. With luck, their mother would be there. That is, if all went according to plan. Neo and Al, with their dusters flapping calmly in the wind, said their goodbyes to Lucy in her cart again, and trotted over to Lou's grave one more time. Neil came up to the small plank of wood with a name carved into it. Inside, he felt his stomach turn. His heart sink at the thought of the night before. Lou, whatever I do, I won't forget you. As long as I live, I won't let another filly like you get hurt by any pony. With that, Adam motioned for his brother to follow him. He went down the old pre-war road that would take them to the fabled town of Arcannon. Wind blew mildly on the two brothers as they reached down to the old pre-war road. Cracks and dirt and old carts from the old days dotted the road as they went on. Through the first few hours they walked, Neil said almost nothing. Occasionally he would ask for Adam and where they were, or how long it would take them before they could reach the town. So Neil had his own pip buck that their destination imputed on it. Adam's was designed to calculate distance, TOA, and whether or not they had the supplies to make it there based on his inventory. Though these were all things he had implemented as test programs, and for other things while he was in the stable, he never thought he would actually be using them. But then again, here he was using those very programs. It's about lunchtime. Well, it looked that way. It would have been easier to tell if they could see the sun. Trees, or rather dead trees and hills, covered the land around them. Landscape gave them an empty feeling, because up till now they had been in places where there were lots of ponies. Now there was no one, not a soul. The only living thing was them, and the few vultures above them would circle and then disappear, only to come back again. Adam sighed as he felt the soreness in his hose ache terribly from the long walk. Even Neil felt it, and in a way Neil enjoyed the pain. It seemed like it might take his mind off the night before, and the fact that the only nightmare he's ever met had to go home.
Brother, you think we should stop and rest for a bit?
Adam said cautiously as the thunder in the sky grew. Neil looked into the sky into the dark clouds that swirled and churned above them. Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe we should. He paused for a moment when a small wet drop of water hit his nose.
What is it?
Adam asked, looking at him oddly. Neil let his hoof out to see if he could feel another drop. I think I felt a drop of rain. Adam felt a small drop fall into his ear.
Yeah, I felt one too.
Then they fell another and another, and finally there was a great downpour on them. Neil frowned. Great. Of all the times in the world, it chooses now to rain. Adam chuckled out.
Tear up. Sound like a little rain kill.
He stopped speaking when he heard his Radmere and his pip-buck started to tick madly. Neil's too was ticking at a fast rate. Neil looked at his pip-buck, then turned his head to the sky. Adam, the rain's radioactive.
That's impossible. The rain wasn't an iron hoof.
Doesn't matter. We need to find cover. Now. They both bolted down the road, looked for any kind of cover from the rain. Fortunately, the only things they found were melted down into wagons, dead trees, and rocks, none of which still would be helped by this particular situation. Then, after traveling a little bit up the road, they saw a small side path along the road, the only collapsed sack next to it. In dire need of shelter, they both gasped for it and found their way to the only dry place they could see. They held up close as they listened for the rain to beat the old collapsed metal roof above them. In a way, they both felt grateful, as there was some protection from the rain. In a way, it made them finally decide that as magical as the rain was, they hated it. Adam and Neil shivered as cool wind blew against them from under a small collapsed sack. Not only this, but the radiation they absorbed from the rain took effect as he felt the cells become weak. Adam went into his bag and pulled out the only radaway he had. He felt weak as the radiation slowly settled itself into him. Neil didn't have any radaways left, and as Adam had it there in his hoofs, he offered it to his older brother.
Here.
He coughed.
You'll need to clear it up.
He coughed once more as he felt the effects get worse.
Radiation.
Neil pushed it away, smiled out. You take it. You need it more than me. He let out a long cough before finishing, be fine. Adam looked at the orange's potion in his hose before it shook his head.
If you won't take it, then we'll just share it instead.
Neil coughed for a moment. Sounds like a fine idea to me. He popped open the potion and drank the orange liquid, and gave the other half to his brother. The effects worked almost instantly, and he could feel like a small bit of their strength coming back. Down the road a bit, they heard the faint sound of music over the sound of rain battering metal. It was a loud martial music, the kind of ponies would play in parades or type of celebration marches. A tiny sprite passed by. As it did, suddenly, The music stopped and was replaced with Vladimir's voice.
Greetings, my loyal subjects. I have great news for you all. The new world that has long been heard for a free new world and a new start. And I am here to tell you that the day is coming. Soon, my little ponies, the Legion will have strength to reclaim this land. And birds so strengthen as coalition dogs. I put an end to this great feud between us. But until then, do your part. Support our soldiers, and you too will live in a world of peace once more. This is your friend, your emperor, and your god, signing out.
Neo rolled his eyes as the bot passed him. Some god. Adam chuckled before coughing lightly.
Good dream, Kitty.
Even that seems a bit too good for him, Neo added playfully. Then he heard the sound of heavy splashing come from where Sprightbot came. Hurry, Bill! Don't let kids out and get away! Called a hard yet cheerful voice. Your voice came into a few seconds later. It was a town unicorn with a shaggy brown beard and dark coat that was covered with reindeer junk. His horn was glowing around him. A smooth shield protected him from the rain. A donkey behind him had a dull look on his face as he followed him. He had an old umbrella attached to the saddle on his back.
You two, this isn't trouble. Just a Sprightbot,
The donkey said in a deep voice. The odd unicorn pony came up to him with a playful look on his face as he put his hoof to his mouth. Shh! You hear that? He put his hoof to his mouth. The donkey looked over a moment, heard nothing but the rain against the sack and the rain itself.
What, the rain?
Nope, me not caring.
So you're not carried, sounds like rain.
Yes, he boasted. Wait, that's not what it sounds like.
What you said.
Doesn't matter what me not caring sounds like, Bill. Donkey. By this point, Adam and Neo assumed it was Bill, had a confused look on his face. The unicorn pointing face to himself. Never mind. Let's just get back to the tent. Dinner should be done anyway. Neo eyed him cautiously. His shotgun pulled out as he watched them walk away. They didn't notice us, brother. Neo waited a few more seconds to make sure he couldn't see the two before speaking. At least I don't think they did. Let's wait for rain to calm down before we move out again. He was interrupted by a unicorn, who managed to somehow pop in front of the cloud shack and look at him, with a big griffy grin on his face. Hello! Were you two here this whole time? Neo held his shotgun up, ready to fire as he eyed him. Yeah, now beat it before I shoot you. Pony still had his shield protecting him as he raised his hose in the air to surrender, while maintaining his grin. Well there, buddy, I wasn't gonna harm you. And old Bill here has more fire in him than a baby foal. The donkey named Bill dully walked over to the unicorn and stood over next to him idly. I don't care. Just move on, and I won't hurt you. The unicorn chuckled. You're a funny kid, you know that? He looked at the two earth ponies in the collapsed shack and pointed down. Your friend there's got some decent rad ponies, and you ain't looking too good either. Both Adam and Neo were taken aback by the nose bomb. Shut up! Keep moving, or I shoot! Neo barked at him. He laughed once more and leaned over to his donkey friend. Playing cast if the kid doesn't shoot us, Bill sighed.
Whatever. You were always right with these kinds of things.
Yes, Bill, I am.
Well, he grinned. Shoot! Well, the word shoot, Neo felt the very same he did the night before, as the professor begged to kill him. Taking the life of a raider was one thing, and it was the same pony, but he was insane. Or Neo thought he wasn't. I think it all confused him. Neo yelled out and pulled the trigger, and Adam covered his ears so he couldn't hear the two ponies die. Blaze tried not to help in here. There was a faint clinking sound. Neo froze. Wasn't there a shell in the gun? His EFS said it had ammo, but it didn't fire. Unicorn Pony lowered his head, hooves, and shrugged.
Well, I said, told you what, Bob.
Neo just looked at him in shock. How was he right?
It's a combat shotgun. Most of them have a little pin you see on the outside. When it's pulled back, it's about to fire. Yours didn't have it back, so there wasn't a shell in there. Must say, the pony that lowered the weapon did a half-ass job of it.
Lucy, Neo thought to himself in anger. When he did check again, CFS still registered being no shells ready to fire.
We really didn't mean to harm you. Just go on and leave us here,
Adam asked nervously.
Hey, We don't want trouble, and you two guardians don't look you're having a good time under that metal shack. What's left of it, anyway. Calmly approached him and placed a damp hoof on Neil's gun and lowered it. Just put the gun down, boy. You'll be someplace out with that thing, you know. Adam got up as high as he could, pulled out his laser pistol. Why should we trust you? Why so accepting? Neil put his gun down and watched Adam point his weapon at him. I'm sorry. I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Two Socks, traveling merchant and repair pony. I do acting, singing, and some magic tricks too. Yes, I'm Two Socks, a traveler, and I'm here to please you, he chanted.
Woohoo, Bill added blandly.
He stepped back and pointed to the donkey behind him. And this bottle of sunshine is Bill. He's a donkey.
I don't care, Neil interjected. Now either you leave us alone and do something, or I'll shoot, Neil said, trying to be cautious, but making sure there was a shell in his gun this time. He shrugged once more with a calmer grin.
Shoot you, Sam? I usually help guardians because it makes me look good in coalition settlements. But you're not interested, so bye.
Let's look at. He spun around, and mostly for his friend to come with him.
Come on, Bill. We got a fresh meal waiting for us back again.
Neil and Al both felt their stomachs grumble as they heard him mention food. Though he had food on him, the sound of a warm meal sounded good to him. Adam, Neil asked his brother in a whisper.
What?
You think we should go with him? Seems nuts to me. But they said they have food. Maybe even supplies we could buy off them. What do you think? Adam coughed hard for a moment before answering. On one hoof, there was possibly food, and a warm place to rest until the storm passed. On the other hoof, they would get mugged and probably die. Then again, out there that could happen at any time. And always assuming everything was being a good, bad thing.
Let's give them a chance, he coughed once more. Maybe they can help mark down a faster route to Arc Cannon.
Neil sighed. If that's what you decided. Let's keep our guard up. Hopefully they aren't lying to us. Hey! Neil called out from under his shack. The trader pony and the donkey both turned in surprise.
Changed your mind, have we?
Yeah. We'd like it if you help us. Please. Shrugged once more.
Now see why not.
He focused a small potion of magic on the two and slid his shield over them.
Just count on it. I got a shield blocking the rain for you.
Neil looked at Adam and nodded. Neil got up and moved out slowly from the shack, put his hoof out for his brother. We're making a gutsy move doing this. Adam took his hoof and coughed for a second.
Yeah, I hope we're right about this.
They soon were both out of the shack and made their way to the unicorn, who had a small shield above himself and them.
I can't be too far from here. Just wait till I get the rest of the caravan. Guardians, real guardians and I can't. Ha! This is a great day. Master Sprite up, but who cares? You guys are guardians, right? Well, our caravan will last coalition. Yes, we do.
Neil whispered to his younger brother. Come to think of it, sitting inside that shack wasn't such a bad idea. Thunder cracked up above the four ponies and walked through the thick mud on the ground. Neil and Alice's pit-bug were covered in muck. The only good news that came out of this was the fact that their pit-bug's magrier wasn't going off. But besides their pit-bugs being covered, it wasn't all bad. The two pony socks had called himself in and stopped talking. From sports to landmines to places he's been, to seeing a list of things he talked about went on forever. Finally, after what seemed like 1,000 years, he finally saw a small group of tents glowing in the distance.
There they are, our caravan. I think we managed to beat that monster thing and make it all the way past the kill zone alert then.
Neil and Adam felt their moods sink instantly at the message of the professor.
Say, cool blue sound on the radio that the coalition got some nice guardians to help out the problem. You two think you know anything about that?
He asked curiously while retaining a smile. Neil frowned at him and turned away his head, so he didn't look at him while speaking. The only thing I know is that the thing is dead. That's it. Two Socks rubbed his gruff bearded chin.
Yeah, I see. Oh, that's good. That means business won't be as risky.
Neil didn't answer. He just kept quiet to himself. Yeah, I guess so. Adam didn't say anything. He found he talked about what happened in the bunker and looked deep into sadness inside of him. They soon entered the camp where about 10 ponies worked on Brahmin and items under tent rests that protected them and their things from rain. A zebra with a black blindfold on, and a tiger symbol on his flank, stepped up to Two Socks with a rather agitated facial expression. Where are you, Two Socks? He cooed smoothly in a deep voice. He started out.
Here, There, oh, and I found some geese.
The zebra looked up at Neo with distrustful glare.
Who are these two?
They're guardians. Me and Tews thought they might need some help, seeing as they were under a broken shack.
Bill commented. Two Shocks nodded vigorously at Bill before turning his gaze back at the zebra.
That's what he said. That's who they are.
He snorted out.
You see.
He strolled over to Neo and Adam and looked down. So the pulse above was how he could see that he was wearing a blindfold.
They are guardians. I can smell the dog steal their badges. I fear they mean no harm,
He said with a grunt before trying over to the trader pony Two Socks again.
Do not wander off again. As member of Tiger Company, I and my squad have a duty to keep you all safe. Do you understand me?
The unicorn nodded nervously.
Good.
With that, he turned around sharply and went into a tent nearby. Besides, the rain seemed to bother the zebra at all. The water was irritated, and after all, it wasn't good for any pony. The seals above Two Shocks and the brothers faded in and out frantically before coming back, to normal a few seconds later. Two Socks took his head as if he were in pain.
Come on, let's get inside. How can you hold the spell much longer?
The four ponies all entered the dull white tent that was inside the small camp. Each one felt a small tingle of warmth as Two Socks held the door flap open for the others. As soon as every pony was inside, the tent he went in himself, he closed the flap behind him.
Well, it's really bad outside. I think it's nice and warm in here.
The trader pony said, taking off his jacket, mopping it on the floor as if it were trash. Bill took off his umbrella, put it to the side, and huddled around a small stove with a boiling pot in the middle of the room. Two Socks made his way to the center as well, and looked over the stew at the center of the room, which gave off a strong, beefy smell that filled the room.
Please,
Two Socks said, extending a kind hand.
Sif, make it sense at home. I just know that everything you see here is on sale. The only things that aren't are myself and the crab on the cup over there. But Bill's over there for sale if you're looking to buy.
The donkey stick around.
I was just kidding. So if you find anything you like, please say so.
Neil rolled his eyes and sat down in the nearest chair, a clear spot he could. The floor of the tent was littered with mats, junk, and more junk, and knickknacks everywhere.
Is this really where you live?
Adam said, marveling over all the assorted crap on the ground. Two Socks thawed it out before tending to his soup, which looked overcooked.
Yep, I mean, our little slice will have it. At least until the group moves in here a day or so.
He then picked up the ladle, put it to his mouth, and sipped it loudly. He smacked his lips, tasting it.
Needs more paprika. Well, sucks, we don't have any.
He said contentedly before continuing to stir it. Neil and Al weren't too fond of this new pony, but his colored tent was a big improvement to the old shack. Al still felt a bit weak. For some reason, Neil seemed fine. The only explanation he could come up with was that since his foreleg was gone, it made him less rat absorbent, so the radiation faded quickly from him and took the potion. This was the only reason he didn't get radiation poisoning when he saved Allie from the irradiated river in Ironhoof City. Alan coughed hoarsely once more. Neo, who was sitting next to him, took his brother and held him still as he coughed hard. Two Socks looked at the two curiously.
Looks like he needs some rowlet. He's got a bit of poison in him.
Neo rubbed his brother's back as he recovered from the cough attack. Just get some of the sassel there, and don't try to take anything. I afraid most of the stuff to explode if it leaves his tent
without me disarming it.
They both looked at him and he's saying, would somebody really make everything ready to explode if you tried to steal it? Is that possible? It was a confusing thought, one that not even Adam wanted to ponder. Neil leaned over to the satchel and pulled out some of the railway inside it. He held it nervously as the thought of his other foreleg coming off if he took something raced in his mind. Here, Adam, Neil calmly said to his brother as he gave him the potion. Adam started to take the potion, just as Two Socks tried to swoop once more.
It's Venus!
Cried in a singing-like manner. As quickly as he spoke, he levitated 4 bowls from underneath the many piles of junk, piled big spools of overcooked goop into each bowl.
Eat up! You need your strength if you're willing to buy anything.
Two Socks started to engulf the contents of the bowl furiously. Even Neo cringed a bit at the sight. But he was hungry, and the moment the food was food, it didn't smell completely like crap. Adam tried hard to eat his food, but caught something in his tense as the corner of his eye. He noticed a small statue laying across from a red secret shit on it. His mind could only think of two socks coming in with that kind of name for something like that. That it was drawing to him, like a magnet to metal. This is how two socks quickly leaped out the bag and held it close to his chest. Now, you can look at everything but this. Alan cocked his head to one side. Why? This stuff, okay? There are things in this world nobody should see. And even one as young as yourself should look at stuff like this. Who knows what could happen to you? Bill yawned and leaned back against the junk, while putting his dirty empty bowl to the side for nothing.
Well, two's I'm off to sleep. Been a long day for me.
Socks frowned.
Oh, but there's so much I want to talk about. I need you to be awake to help tell me food.
Neil and Al's eyes widened at thought. In fact, he almost spit out his food once he heard him say that. Em, on the other hand, just felt like not eating anymore. Neil set down a bowl and was eating down to a nervous-looking smile as he rubbed the back of his neck nervously. Well, it's been a long day for me, too. Well, I was afraid of walking. I think I'll try to get a bit of sleep, too. Em looked clueless for a moment before answering and stuttered.
Yeah, me too. What do I think? With being sick and all, it takes the life out of you. I would rather on this.
The trainer for pointing for all the good.
I was going to tell you a time I was a courier, and the time I'm there, tribe of buffalo, and
he said, Neil and Al's face smiled and laid down. Good night! Tony said low.
Not even that late yet. Still need to show you my stuff.
We almost got everything on. Night! Neil and Al called out together. Though the ground was hard and the chunk poked down Neil's legs, it was a lot better than listening to that pony talk for another 200 years. It was late now. Crickets chirped quietly into the dark night. Al lay there comfortably and tired. This was hell with no bed, terrible food. Not to say that the food wasn't already old and stale. And what had happened a day ago lingered in his mind. Not that this was important, but he also wondered about what two socks might have had in the bag. If I had to guess, it might be something stupid, like a key to a lunchbox, a hammer made of copper, or something like that. Neil tried to pack up their things quietly, without waking up two socks or Bill. So Neil personally didn't mind Bill. He was afraid he might say something and wake up the trader. I knew he was awake a bit now. He just wanted to see if he could get some sleep that night. But it was hopeless. One thing they were both looking forward to was the town they were heading to. Their mother was there, and not only would she be there, they would be able to sleep in something as close to a real bed. That whole moment reminded him of when he was younger. As a young colt, their mother would sing to them when they slept, or they had bad dreams or restless nights. She would tell them stories about two brave ponies that went out to save a kingdom. Every time she told them that story, it would always remind them of her and their father. Adam never met his father. The very few times their mother talked to him, she would always say he was nice, kind, and caring. That's all he needed to know. And when he died, at least he was those things. A tear built up in one of his eyes and slowly ran down his cheeks as he lay there thinking about his family. Neil stopped packing and looked at Adam with worry. You okay, Adam? Neil whispered. Adam rolled around and wiped his cheek.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Neil wanted to say something, but was afraid he smoked too much and might wake up the chatty unicorn. Here, Neil said, levitating Alice's bag to him. Make sure you got everything with you before we go. We don't want to have to come back here because we left something. Adam nodded at what was sad and looked at. The image of their childhood, the memories of they had as a cult, it was all so good. They had to believe that while they had the life the others had led here, fear for their lives every day. They lived in a world where there was no clean place to live, no good food, a rain that could kill you. This was truly some cruel hell that fate made to punish ponykind. Adam got up and put his bags on his back. Made sure he had his goggles and his duster with the badge he had been given to show they were guardians. Neil did his best to get his stuff on quietly, and tiptoed to the door without making too much noise. His mechanical hoof, which tapped faintly against some of the metal items on the ground, made his crunch as he made his way to the door. As he made it to the door flap to the tent, Neil motioned to his younger brother to come quietly. Adam followed the same path to the exit as his brother, made his way over to the historic crab that littered the floor. Once he reached the exit side, looked back for a second at the two sleeping souls in the dark tent.
Bye,
Adam cooed to himself, before both him and Neil left the tent and out to the damp outside world. The air was cool, crisp, and moist, as the world around them was dark. though they had learned from Lavender that most of the creatures came out at night. They were determined to get to Arcan as soon as they could. Neil looked at his brother before setting his pit bike to their destination. All right, we're good to go. The trip should only take us there the rest of the night and half of tomorrow. Al smiled at the thought of their mother being at the town.
Good, Ahmed. Well, let's get going. Sooner we start, the better.
Wait, whispered a calm, strong voice from behind him. They both turned in surprise and looked sharply. For all they knew, it was two socks or another trade who might wake up the others. Once they turned around, they saw it was a zebra with the blindfold from Tiger Company. Oh, it's just you, Neo sighed. He cocked his head to the side so he didn't understand the statement. You're leaving, correct? Both blinked down. What does it look like? Neo stopped, realized again he was blind. Yeah, we are. You're both going to Arcana, correct? They both nodded at him. Neo, Adam, please hear me. Though I know you seek a mother there, not everything is truthful in these lands. Please know this as you travel. They were both shocked. Not only did he know what they did without saying anything, he knew what they were planning on doing. That, or he could see. He never heard what they were doing. Either way they looked at it, it still amazed him. Besides the fact they were surprised, Neo nodded at him weakly. Right, we'll keep that in mind. Neo turned around, mostly for his brother to come with him in the direction of the town. I'll give a quick nod and thank him for following his brother off to the night. I hope the war chief was right about them, he whispered to himself. The main street of Mayton was quiet. Only the lights that were strung across the tops of buildings were light. Every pony was at home, and quiet as the night went on. Lucy alone walked down the street to fit herself, with her wagon behind her. She enjoyed nights like this. Quiet, damp, calm, reminded her of her home, not the loud, always bustling Ironhoof city. This was the main reason Mayton was their favorite places to go, do business in their spare time. There were small miles of water built up in small ditches in the road, was glared in the light from the buildings. As he made her way to the bar at the end of the street, the same windmill and sign that advertised the boring little drinking center, so nothing stupid happened while she was gone. When she got to the bar, she unhooked herself from her wagon and kept the fedora attached to the wagon. She pushed open the door to the dimly lit bar inside. There were 4 ponies in the bar, minus herself, another pony at the counter, and the bartender who looked slightly impressed. She watched the strange pony drink from whatever he was drinking. Then there was some old drunk bunk, sleeping in the corner of a booth near the corner of the room. At his side was a mare who was riding sitting down next to him. This is how she liked the bar. Quiet. She had a smirk on her face and shouted that she was some sort of remark coming over her head as he sat down next to a stallion who was in the corner. Hey, Lester. How you doing, you old metalhead? The stallion she was addressing was a large stallion covered with a thick leather duster, which was battered and worn. From his forelegs to his hind legs, almost every bit of him was covered and scratched with metal armored plates. His chest piece was a small white W imprinted on his right breast. On his duster was a clearly drawn W where his cutie mark would be. On his head had a soldier-like helmet that was connected to a breathing piece that covered his head. 2 large pistols and a folded anti-armor sniper on his back hung loosely for him. He ignored them. And just as he watched the bomb stick to his mouth, his helmet separated with a faint hiss from the mouth. Within an instant, he drank down what looked like dirty water in little as a second. We are functional, he said in a deep, almost soulless robot-like voice, like a mechanical god or demon. His jaw came back together with a kss, and he turned his gaze on her. His eyes were covered by a pure red visor, but did not show emotion. Good to know. Good to know, seeing as you got my message a few days ago. Affirmative. Right. So, first things first. What are you doing right now? Current objective. Survive. Main secondary objective. Find and kill Big Lot. First objective. Meet Coalition Providence Guardians 216, aka Lucky or Lucy Luck, at Mayton Saloon at this hour. Lucy took one of the main bottles on the counter and gave it a quick swig. Bartender didn't seem to mind. He continued to clean and maintain the bar. Well then, Think you got enough room for another detective? It took him a few moments to answer. Affirmative. We have space for another optional detective. Note, detective complete. Good. She grinned. Says, still owe me. You still owe me, right? Affirmative. Right. See, there's these two boys. Personally, I think they might need some extra help out here in the waste. Footnote. Level up. New perk. Cautious minded. You become more aware of traps. Every time you see a mine, tripwire, or another kind of trap, you're alert of it before it can harm you and the others. Footnote. Level up. New perk. Wistful thoughts. You think positively and wishfully. As you talk to others, you are given more positive speech options, which give you good karma if you so choose them.